When people hear the name Kylian Mbappé, they usually think of speed, goals, trophies, and unforgettable moments on the soccer field. But after learning about his journey, I realized his story is about much more than talent. It's a story of dreams, sacrifice, discipline, pressure, and believing in yourself even when the world expects perfection. Today, I want to share the incredible life journey of Kylian Mbappé, a young man who proved that age is just a number when your heart is filled with determination. Kylian Mbappé was born on December 20, 1998, in Bondy, a suburb of Paris, France. He wasn't born into luxury or fame, but he was born into a family that loved sports. His father, Wilfried Mbappé, worked as a soccer coach, while his mother, Faiza Lamari, was a professional handball player. Sports weren't just a hobby in their home, they were a way of life. Even as a little boy, Kylian couldn't stay away from a soccer ball. While other kids spent hours watching cartoons, he spent countless hours practicing, imagining himself playing in front of packed stadiums. His bedroom walls were covered with pictures of his childhood hero, Cristiano Ronaldo. Every night, he dreamed that one day he would become one of the greatest players in the world. But dreams don't become reality overnight. Behind every smile was endless hard work. While many children were enjoying weekends with friends, Mbappé was training. While others were sleeping, he was improving his speed, his dribbling, and his finishing. His parents made sacrifices to support his dream, believing that if he stayed focused, something extraordinary could happen. As he grew older, people quickly realized he wasn't an ordinary player. Scouts from some of Europe's biggest clubs noticed his incredible talent. Many wanted to sign him while he was still a teenager. Imagine being just a kid and already carrying the expectations of an entire soccer world. Instead of chasing fame too early, Mbappé chose to continue developing. He joined as Monaco's youth academy, where his real journey began. Life there wasn't easy. Every training session felt like a battle. Every mistake became a lesson. Every victory reminded him that success must be earned. Then came the breakthrough. At only 16 years old, Mbappé made his professional debut for Monaco. He became one of the youngest players ever to represent the club. Many people expected him to struggle because of his age. Instead, he shocked everyone. His speed left defenders helpless. His confidence amazed experienced professionals. Week after week, he scored goals that made the entire soccer world stop and pay attention. During the 2016-17 season, Mbappé helped Monaco win the French league title and reach the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. Suddenly, every major club in Europe wanted him. But with success came pressure. People started calling him the next superstar. Millions of fans expected magic every single game. For most teenagers, that kind of pressure could destroy confidence. Mbappé handled it differently. He stayed calm. He stayed humble. He stayed focused on improving. Soon, he completed one of the biggest transfers in soccer history by joining Paris Saint-Germain, commonly known as PSG. The expectations became even greater because now he was playing alongside some of the world's biggest stars. Instead of being intimidated, he embraced the challenge. He continued scoring goals. He continued breaking records. He continued proving that he belonged among soccer's elite. Then came the biggest stage of all, the 2018 FIFA World Cup. At just 19 years old, Mbappé represented France with fearless confidence. Match after match, he dazzled fans with breathtaking speed and unforgettable goals. In the final against Croatia, he scored again, helping France lift the World Cup trophy. That moment changed his life forever. He became only the second teenager in history, after the legendary Pelé, to score in a World Cup final. Millions celebrated his success. But what impressed me even more wasn't the trophy. It was his character. After winning the World Cup, Mbappé donated his tournament earnings to charity, choosing to help children with disabilities instead of keeping the money for himself. That decision reminded the world that greatness isn't measured only by goals but also by kindness. As the years passed, Mbappé continued collecting league titles, individual awards, and unforgettable memories. Yet every season brought new criticism. Whenever he didn't score, people questioned him. Whenever his team lost, headlines blamed him. That's the reality of being one of the biggest stars in the world. But every setback made him stronger. One of the most emotional moments came during the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. France faced Argentina in one of the greatest matches ever played. Mbappé refused to give up. He scored an incredible hat-trick under enormous pressure, carrying his nation with extraordinary courage. Even though France lost the final in a heartbreaking penalty shootout, the entire world witnessed something unforgettable. Sometimes life teaches us that giving everything isn't always enough to win. But true champions aren't defined by the trophies they lift. They're defined by how they respond after heartbreak. Mbappé walked away disappointed but never defeated. He returned to work. He returned to training. He returned with even greater determination. Eventually, another dream came true when he joined Real Madrid, the club he admired as a child while looking at Cristiano Ronaldo's posters on his bedroom wall. It was a full-circle moment that showed how powerful childhood dreams can be when combined with relentless effort. Looking back at Mbappé's journey, I don't just see one of the fastest soccer players in history. I see a little boy from Bondy who dared to dream. I see parents who believed in their son before the world knew his name. I see countless hours of unseen work that people never talk about. I see painful defeats that built stronger character. And I see someone who never allowed success to make him comfortable. His story reminds me that talent may open the first door, but discipline keeps every door open afterward. Whenever life feels difficult, I remember Mbappé's journey. Every setback is preparing us for something bigger if we refuse to quit. Every challenge is shaping us into the person we're meant to become. Maybe that's why millions admire him, not just because he scores incredible goals, but because he inspires people to chase impossible dreams without fear. If a young boy from Bondy could rise to the top of world soccer through passion, sacrifice, and unwavering belief, then maybe our own dreams aren't as impossible as they seem. Kylian Mbappé's journey proves that greatness isn't reserved for the lucky. It's earned by those who keep believing, keep working, and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the road becomes. And that is why his story will continue inspiring generations long after the final whistle blows.